Me again. Um, Happy Saturday. I hope you guys enjoyed your day. This quarantine thing is starting to really suck. As an introvert, at first I was kind of okay with it, not to lie, but yeah, now I'm quite bored. uh, so I wanted to just take a minute to say how much I appreciate everyone that's watched my videos, that's shared my videos on Facebook, etc. People who have subscribed. I thank you guys all. It means a lot to me, really. And the people who have reached out to me in regards to my videos, my story, part one and part two, I am so grateful for that. That people can relate and be able to reach out to me and feel comfortable enough to do so. It really was what I was trying to get across with my videos. I wanted, people that are struggling to know they're not alone. That we all struggle. We all have, maybe they're not the same, but things that are similar, and that you can reach out to me and feel that comfort. It really means a lot to me. And I just wanted to let you guys know that, because I did have a lot of people, contact me after and feel some kind of comfort in knowing that, they're not alone in this world. And we all go through traumatic events, or most of us, and it makes us feel better to know that, other people have gone through it and survived, come out, better. Because the way I see it is, when you go through traumatic events, one of two things are going to happen. Obviously, there's a gray area in the middle, but for me, one or two things are going to happen. You're going to go through that traumatic event, you're going to come out, you're going to label yourself as damaged, and you're going to damage people around you because you are stuck on being this damaged person. Now, when you're classifying yourself as damaged and you say, I have all these faults, and you don't want to work through them, you are unknowingly, affecting everybody around you. So that's one part. The second part is, you go through these traumatic events, you have some issues obviously after, and you work through them, whether it be therapy or, other forms of therapeutic, mental therapy. I know that that's possible for everybody, regardless of the event, but, you could come out of it and you can be stronger. You can say, look, this may be a mistake I made, or this is a mistake someone else made. That doesn't make me who I am. Who I am is the person I choose to be when I wake up every day. And I may not be as good as the person, I was yesterday, but I'm going to try harder tomorrow. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's how I live my life. Today was a hard day for me. I was a little snappy with my kids, and, my son was being extra cranky, and it was just driving me up the wall today. And usually I have a lot more patience. So tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'm going to try to do better than I did today. Have more patience with him, understand that he still is, barely gonna be 2 years old. And, it's a phase he's going through. He's very cranky right now. It's kind of driving us all nuts. But it's a phase. So, as a person, when you go through something traumatic, you gotta choose, mentally, what you want to do after. Which person you want to be. Do you want to be that damaged person? That person that says, okay, I am who I am, and this fucked me up, and so now I'm going to stay that person? Or are you going to be the person that wakes up and is like, you know what? Fuck that. I've been through some shit, but I'm not going to let it define me. I'm going to be the person that I want to be, and I'm going to work hard to be that person. And like I said, if that means going to therapy, I think it's a great idea for everybody. Even if you have your fucking shit together, everything's great, your life is great, you feel like you're mentally, at your best, therapy is really, really good. And I mean, I even do couples therapy with my fiance, and at first we needed it. That's for fucking sure. We needed it. We are two very, very strong-headed people. I mean, that's as simple as I could put it. We are very two strong-headed people, and when it came to arguing, neither of us were gonna really win, but we were both gonna fucking try. Like, you know what I mean? So I think that since we've been doing couples therapy, it's really opened our eyes, and we rarely fight now. I mean, we fight, and I feel like if we didn't fight, there's an issue. But it's not like a toxic fighting, it's a normal fighting, you know? That's our smallest problems in our relationship are you know, just dumb shit. But sometimes we still kind of get in that phase where we want to be right so bad we'll just argue to the death. But it's definitely not as much since we've been in therapy. And, you know, sometimes we go to therapy and, you know, the guy says, do you guys want to address anything? And we're like, no, like things are good right now. Because, I mean, I'll be the first one to be like, no, we need to talk about some shit right now because I'm unhappy with this or I'm unhappy with that. But majority of our sessions the last couple months have been like, I mean, we're here because we want to come, but we don't have really much to say. But I went to therapy by myself for a long time. I still do therapy with our therapists by myself, and so does he. What I've learned is you discover that you have a lot of underlying issues or I don't know how to word it without sounding stupid, but there's things in your childhood that can affect you greatly as an adult, even if the things were minor. A lot of people have problems from their childhood that affect them as an adult. So this is something that I've told people before. I've had issues, you know, because you may call them daddy issues, but I've had issues because of my relationship with my father as a child, and as an adult. I love my father very much, but we butt heads very often, and he is very close to my older sister, which, you know, had caused me some resentment because I'm like, well, what the hell? That's your best friend is my sister, and I'm just like your other daughter. But, you know, it's caused me to have issues as an adult, thinking of being put, you know, second to best, if that makes sense, in my relationship and my friendships. And it's caused me to act in ways that I didn't even know where it was stemming from. I just know how I felt and, you know, what things were triggering me, but I didn't know why. Went to therapy, figured it out, and I was like, okay, you know, now that I know where this is coming from, why I feel this way about certain things, why I react this way over certain things, and people are like not understanding why the hell I'm acting like that, you know, it's because I have issues subconsciously in my head that are, you know, they call it the fight or flight. I learned about it in medical school, and my therapist talks about it as well. When you get into a state of mind, like an argument or something similar, your mind goes to the back of your brain, which is your fight or flight mode. And, you know, that affects basically, you know, what your reaction is. And you don't really have control over it, you know, until you get to the bottom of why you're feeling the way you're feeling. So my point being, once you kind of get to the bottom of it and you realize your faults and you realize, you know, things that are triggering you or what have you, you have every ability to become better. So when I hear people say, well, you know, I'm like this because this happened to me and that's just how I am. Bullshit. You're a grown-ass fucking person. Figure out your mistakes and decide, you know what, I don't want to be that person anymore. I don't want to act like that anymore, and change. And it's not going to happen overnight. Every day you're going to have to get up and want to be better. Some days you're not going to be better, and the next day you just got to think, okay, had a bad day today. Tomorrow I'm going to work on it. So, you know, that's something important that I give advice to a lot of people about is you can't just say this is just the way I am, because no. If you have faults, you can, by all means, you can change them. You can be a better person, and it really just comes down to whether you want to try or not. You want to try to be better or you don't. And for me, for a while I was like, well, that's just how I am. Take it or leave it. But as I've gotten older, as I've, become a mom of two, I've realized that, what, I don't have to be this way. I have the ability to be better, so why not? Why wouldn't I want to be better? Why would I want to just be like, okay, no, I'm damaged and that's how I am? No, I'm not damaged. I've been through a lot of things, and yeah, it's caused me some problems and some issues that I had to work through, but I'm not a damaged person. And if you're watching this and you're thinking, well, I've been through some shit, you're not damaged either. You have the ability to be better, and it's important to realize that, because once you realize that you are in control of who you are and your actions and the kind of person that you want to be, you just have to strive to be that person. And sometimes it means working really hard to fight against demons in your head that are telling you, I'm constantly thinking people, shouldn't be trusted, or, whatever. Like, that's something I struggled with, is I didn't want to trust anybody because of my childhood and what I was exposed to as a child. But then I got into this relationship with somebody that I want to marry and somebody I want to be with for the rest of my life, and I'm projecting all of that onto him. Acting like he is this person that I, watched as I grew up, but he's not. He's not a cheater. He's not like that at all, and so that affected us, because here's this guy being completely faithful and, providing for his family and being an overall good guy. He's got his faults too, but we all do. And, I'm constantly on his case, like acting like he's, gonna fuck me over or do something wrong, but that was me. That was in my brain. That was things stemming from my childhood and from my younger adult life telling me that people aren't capable of being monogamous. But I don't think that's true. I think that nowadays it's harder. I do think that. I think that because of social media, there is a lot more temptation in the world. And it is harder for people to remain monogamous to one person. But for me, it isn't. It isn't because of the amount I love I have for my man. So to me, it's not hard. I don't feel tempted by anybody else, because I only do see him. But even though I felt that way, I just couldn't think that he also felt that way. But he does, so it took me a while to get used to that, because I was constantly just being super, like, in my head, like, oh, is he doing this, or is he doing this behind my back, and he's just so good at it that I haven't figured it out, and should I go through his phone? Like, I went through that phase for a while, and it's super, super unhealthy, man. I was just digging my own fucking grave, and I had to work through that, and I'm still working through it, because I still fight with those voices in my head that are like, oh, is he, texting someone out? Oh, he's on his phone. What is he doing? Sometimes I still get that. And I have to be like, Sam, get your shit together. He just not done anything for you to think that he's doing anything bad. And he's with you 24/7. Like, what are you so worried about? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I just wanted to kind of discuss that. I really feel like people need to hear that sometimes, is they get so comfortable with being, defined by what they've been through and what's happened to them, that they're comfortable with it and they don't want to change. But it's so important to do that, because it's so mentally freeing when you know that you are trying your best to be a good person. It makes you feel a lot better about yourself. and you look in the mirror, and you know, no matter what you look like, if you're a good person, you feel better when you look in the mirror. You know what I mean? It's hard to live with yourself when you're being a shitty person, and I know that firsthand because I've been a shitty person. I have, and I'm not a perfect person, but I really do try to be the best version of myself that I can. So with that being said, I just kind of wanted to go over that. I think it was a important topic. You know, some people need to hear it, like I said, and I'm here to tell you. I will be your personal therapist if I need to, because I have witnessed, experienced, been through enough in my 28 years of life. Well, I'll be 28 on Tuesday, so happy early birthday to me. But yeah, so now I know that it is a struggle to break free from being a damaged person and to labeling yourself as one, but it is so much more enlightening to remind yourself every day that you can be better, that you aren't that person that you're defining and you're claiming to be, because you have the ability to change. Now, if you don't want to, that's your own shit, but why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to? You know what I mean? I don't know. So yeah, with that being said, I really wanted to do the whisper challenge with my fiance tonight, and he is stuck on his Xbox, so we aren't doing that. Instead, I'm in our room. And it's late, and I'm sorry. I wanted to get you guys all out this video tonight. I'll still upload it to my YouTube tonight, but probably not post it on my Facebook until tomorrow. But yeah, guys, you know, I want to do a lot of different things, but I feel like I have so much things that I've learned in my lifetime that I've come to become this wise person. Like an old lady. I'm like, I have wisdom, you know, and that comes from trauma and from experiences, and I'm not a fucking know-it-all, but I know some shit, and I can help people, and I want to. And with this channel, I've been going back and forth on where I really wanted to head, and I think what is gonna best suit me, and I'm gonna mix it up, I am, but I think what's gonna best suit me is to touch on topics like this. Speak about anxiety, you know, speak about addiction, speak about all kinds of, you know, real world problems, because I don't know, I feel more comfortable when I talk about something that I really know about, and unfortunately those are things I really know about. So, you know, I hope it's not boring for you guys, but if it's not for you, I get it. I'm still gonna do the games. I'm going to force him to play this fucking game with me, one way or the other. He is so embarrassed to be on the camera, and it's funny to me because before I started this channel, he wanted to do a family channel, and now he is just embarrassed to do one video with me. So who knows with that. Anyways, I'm trying to get this whole YouTube thing figured out. I need to get like an actual page, because every time I upload a video, my face is like fucking awkward and just like frozen, and I'm like, oh, this is embarrassing, but I'm gonna fucking post it anyways. So yeah, so I'm gonna work on doing that and figuring all that out. But bear with me while I do that. Please make sure to subscribe so you guys can keep up with my videos. And yeah, I mean, it's been fun. I did want to tell you guys I went against my fiance's wishes, and I applied to be on that show, The Circle, because I feel like I really need to be on that show, especially because if you win, you win $100,000. But so yeah, I applied, and we will see what happens. I applied for the Bad Girls Club when I was younger, and they accepted my application, but I got pregnant with my daughter shortly after, so, and I'm actually glad I didn't go on that show, because looking back now, that's some ratchet shit. And who knows what I would have done on that show, so it's best I didn't go. But, yeah, so I thank you guys all for listening, and I will see you next week. If I'm able to get him to do the challenge with me tomorrow, maybe I'll upload 2 videos this weekend. So you guys have a good night, and I will speak with you soon. I love and adore you all.